In last Wednesday's video, I went out in the van and had a day of fairly miserable weather, although it was still nice actually. In fact, it was pretty good for photography, but I didn't manage to take an image. Actually, that's not true. I took one image, but in the video, I didn't show the image. And I just wanted to talk a bit about that today, because I was well aware when editing the video that went out last Wednesday. I'll link to it here if you haven't seen it. You know, it's not the best video in the world, but it may add context to this. Yeah, when editing the video and when editing the image, I quite enjoyed the video. You know, I like, believe it or not, I like posting videos when it doesn't go to plan and I don't get an image, because I hate to give this kind of impression that everything I touch turns to gold. Which is so not true, I can't even begin to tell you. I hate to give this impression, you know, it's quite easy to manipulate videos to make it look like everything's perfect and everything was well planned and executed. And oh, I'm gonna go here, and oh my god, everything, you know, there's a great photograph. It's not like that, and I think, especially for beginner photographers, amateurs, people who are just getting into it and maybe they're not finding their stride, or they haven't quite got that magic combination yet of light and subject and atmosphere. You know, you may look at photographers out there on Instagram and on YouTube and photographers in magazines, and you may look at their work and think, my god, these guys are good and I'll never be that good. But the truth is, just like everybody, you know, everybody takes bad photographs. Fact. Because you have to. It's a constant learning process, constantly learning. And you have to try things that don't always work. And, you know, in my case, last Wednesday, or last video, I tried to salvage a day by going to a waterfall and taking an image. And I didn't show the image in the video because I was editing the image and I couldn't make it work. I tried split toning, I tried 4:5 crops, 3:2 crops, square crops, you know, black and white edits, color edits. And for the life of me, I could not get to a point where I would look at that photograph and think, yeah, I'm happy with it. I just was not happy with the photograph. Technically, it was fine, you know. It wasn't a poorly executed photograph, it was just boring, really boring. Which struck me as quite odd, because I like boring photographs. Let me show you. This image here, this is very similar, almost identical to the photograph which I captured in last week's video and chose not to show. It's a, you know, white waterfall cascading down black rocks. But this was taken in Iceland, obviously from much further away with a long focal length. It's still essentially, the concept is still the same. Yet this image I absolutely love. I love this image, and I'm trying to figure out, forgive me, I've literally got out of bed, switched this camera on, and I'm doing this video. There's no real scripting here, nothing. I've just got my images loaded up and I wanted to explain myself. This image works better compositionally. I like the minimalist look to it. I like the texture and the detail in the rock, and I really like the shape of the water and how it expands out at the bottom. And to me, it's just far more interesting. It looks more like a created photo. It looks more like a, you know, not created photograph. It looks more, I don't know. It looks more like a piece of art. It looks like I've put more thought into it. There's more behind it. There were more options for shooting the composition. Whereas this one, because the water fills the frame, the rock isn't as interesting. It looks like I've just pointed my camera at the waterfall and hoped that a longer exposure would salvage the day. And on this video, it's not, oh, not on this video, on this channel, it's not just about showing the best images that I get or the ones that I'm most happy with. It's about showing everything. And I didn't show everything. And I thought, you know, because to show this image at the end of the video would have implied that I was happy with it. And I'm not happy with it, so I didn't show it. And I never said I wasn't going to show it. I never said that I wasn't happy with it. So people were probably watching the video expecting this image to come on at the end of 10 minutes of your life. And it didn't. and I just wanted to explain why. Also, it gives me an opportunity to talk a bit about this image. This is another waterfall image that I'm happy with, because generally speaking, I don't shoot many waterfalls. I'm not really drawn to them. It's not something, I'd much rather shoot a tree than a waterfall. I'd rather shoot a mountain than a waterfall. I'd rather shoot fallen leaves than a waterfall. So it's not often that I shoot them. This image, this was hilarious. This is great. I'm going to show you a video clip of when I took this image, and this was technically one of the most challenging photo shoots I've ever had to do.
So the weather's been pretty bad for quite a long time now, for a couple of days, and we found ourselves trying to rescue the situation by coming to locations like this. This is a canyon deep in Iceland, and although you are sheltered from the wind and the rain outside, it's no better in here. Although there's no wind, there is so much water dripping and running all around, and I've tried so hard to film some sort of video, but it simply is not possible, because to even take a photograph here takes so much care and attention. To keep your camera dry, you have to polish your lens, clean your lens, take the shot, clean the lens, bracket, take another shot. So I talk you through one composition that I photographed just here. Unfortunately, I can't show you any B-roll or anything like that. It's just ridiculous. But we have these waterfalls, 1, 2, and then this lovely streak coming down here. You've got the green mosses, the black rock. It's fantastic. Photographing it was a chore. I had to bracket 3, 4, 5 exposures, shield it from the rain, wipe the lens. It's chaotic, but it's great fun. And you know, although it's the middle of winter in Iceland, it's actually not that cold today. It's like 10 degrees. But it's been a real adventure. It was arduous getting here, but I think it was worth it. Everyone's packing away now. We're leaving back down the canyon and out to safety, but it's been a fantastic experience, and I'm sorry if this video just seems a bit all over the place, but it's just been one of those trips.
Now, I said a few videos ago that I was going to look more into exposure blending and luminosity masking in Photoshop. Again, this image is my first attempt at that, and I took it very easy, and all I did was use I think the middle file, the middle exposure, and then I used I think I used the darker exposure and then the middle exposure, and I brought the rocks through. Now, the problem I have with exposure blending is it can be overdone and look unrealistic, and I just wanted to bring a hint of the rocks through on the side there, which you can see, and I think this looks like a well-balanced image, but you know, the dynamic range in this scene was ridiculous. No camera in the world could capture that. Actually, maybe there is one camera that could capture it. Anyway, I didn't want to talk about this. This is next week's content. Whew. Yeah, that's the GFX 50R, by the way. So yeah, that was a waterfall I was happy with, and never really had the opportunity to show you guys in video context, because I didn't film enough to piece that together as a story, because I was on a workshop. This image, very happy with. You've seen this, hope you've seen it. If you haven't seen this, I'll link to the video here. Yeah, Icelandic one last year, I think. This, just not happy with it. I think what I'll do in future is, if I'm out in the field and I capture an image and I'm unhappy with it, it probably makes more sense to include the image in the video, but then perhaps tag a bit on the end talking about why actually I'm not happy with the video, the image. And I realised I'm starting to waffle on, but I didn't do this because I was editing the video late, just before it was due to go live, so I didn't have time to tag anything on the end. It's Christmas, I'm busy with family stuff, wrapping presents, you know, all just just general life stuff, so I haven't had much time to really put into this channel. So that's my brief explanation as to why I didn't include the image in the video. And it was a last minute decision. I edited the video and I got to the point where there's a blank space where I drop in the video drop in the image on the timeline, and I thought, I can't do it. I can't drop this image in the video. And as much as I like the video and what it represents, I just hate the image. Right, anyway, I apologise that this video is not very well thought out. I just wanted to share how I was feeling. So yeah, there you go. It's, what day is it today? Sunday. That means it's, when's Christmas? Oh, Christmas Eve tomorrow, which is confusing for me. Oh no, today's actually Sunday. Normally I record these a couple of days early, but this is actually Sunday. So tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So I'm going to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you for listening to me bang on for 10 minutes or however long this video is. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, loads of content to come. I took this bad boy out and had a play with it. And let me tell you, it didn't actually go as well as you might expect. There are a few teething problems I had with this camera. So you get to see that and we'll talk about it. But I've barely scratched the surface, to be honest. But that starts next week, and yeah, so good. I hope some more interesting content than waterfalls that never appear in a video. Right, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good one. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, hope you have a nice week. And I will see you, hopefully you'll tune in on Wednesday. Great. So until then, bye for now.